Right, guys. So we had a little debate. Well, not a debate. It was James picked a topic and asked my opinion, and we sort of went in the direction of what's sort of happening with the BBC. Really. Come on, guys. Now we know it's not child abuse, which we're not allowed to say that. So what we're going to say is CA. Yeah. Or we might say beep A.
Yeah.
But you know what we're talking about, okay? So I also want to say that before I go any further, actually, I need to say that we are going to deal with that sort of content, and be talking about sensitive things, and some people obviously don't want to hear it or have been through it, upsets them, which I fully understand. One of the guests today has been through it themselves, so we have got some good knowledge coming up. So my friend has picked that she wants to talk about that. So we're gonna have a little discussion. Gonna sort of bounce a few questions around, like why does it take some people quite a while to sort of come forward, sort of like it did with Jimmy Savile, or why do some people sort of find the strength, or to deal with it straight away. Do we think we're all three of us going to agree that it brings closure going to court, or what do we think about being able to claim compensation? So surely we're going to have a little bit of a disagreement along the way, which is good. Hopefully we're not all going to agree. But yeah, so who's kicking off? It's your topic, so go on, darling. What is it that you sort of want us to sort of start with?
The main thing is, more or less what you just said, your opinion on why some people tell someone straight away, when they've been through CA, or some people wait years, or some people never tell a soul.
Okay, yeah. I think there's getting what's the word? I think there's less people, carrying it to the grave now.
No, it started, for me, it started from the age of 6. I'm now 44 and I've never opened up to anybody totally.
But going back to the first question, Jack, I think there's a lot less people, survivors, not telling a soul.
Yeah.
And I think that is, and I can't even believe I'm ever going to say this, but I think that is down to the media. In a good way.
Right.
As in, back the Jimmy Savile case and R. Kelly, because these are all historic crimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that the media, that's probably one good thing. It's basically saying that it doesn't matter how long you've suffered, because I think until you deal with it, you're still suffering.
Yeah.
I think that if your abuser could have been dead 10 years, if you're still not opened up to somebody and sort of relieved yourself of that weight, in a way, they're still winning. They're still ruling your life.
Still affecting your life.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's why do people wait different times? I think because people in any situation you'll find the strength from within, and until you find the strength to confront your fears, that's when you'll do it. So it's when that person finds that strength, and it will come.
Yeah,
It'll come in everybody's lifetime. It's just when. I think it definitely goes on how long the abuse has happened to that person.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And what mindset they was in, what type it was, who was involved. I think it's a hell of a lot of factors that weigh down on the reason why they wait different lengths of time. Some people like to wait. From my experience, like I said, I've not actually been through CA myself. I had a great childhood, and but I believe me, in my life I've met a hell of a lot of people who have had terrible childhoods. Think about your worst moment and times it by 1,000, and you're still nowhere near. But some people that I've met who I don't know how that person's still here. The person I'm talking about, but it's not my story to tell. But my point is, I'm not sitting here like passing judgment on anybody or talking about something that I don't know nothing about. Or I haven't been through it, but I've counselled people.
Right.
So if I have said anything wrong, before it really starts, I just want to say that don't hate me on it. But you know, that's why we've got you on here, so you can say no, you're wrong. I think it depends on, like I say, who did it to you, who was involved, and how you dealt with it then. Like I was saying to Nicola, some people take themselves totally out of the equation and put themselves on the ceiling almost, and look down and detach themselves as though it's happening in a film, or it's happening to somebody else. Like I said, I've not been through it, so I can only say what people have opened up to me about, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I'd say 8 out of 10 people who I've spoke to about CA have all done that.
Detach themselves.
In a way. Yeah. I mean, how did you deal with it? Did you detach yourself, or did you just
to be honest,
stare
I've
at
never
the rose in
actually
the
dealt
corner?
with it.
Pardon?
I've always, like you said earlier about the alcohol, I've never actually...
No, we didn't say it. Sorry, this is like a new video.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've always used
after that
alcohol to block things out.
No, what I'm asking you is, you know, at the time when the event was happening,
Oh, yeah.
how did you deal with it? Like, people take themselves out, or they'll stare at a bloody a mark on a ceiling, or, you know.
Just
how
my
did
eyes,
you? Yeah, so, no, I'm just, like some people, like I said, not everybody did, so, you know, like, I might counsel somebody once who didn't even really know that they'd had it done to them to the extent they had, because the brain's that powerful.
Shut it out.
Yeah, and they had to have hypnosis to bring this.
Bring it back out.
Yeah, go on.
At the beginning, I thought I didn't know it was wrong, so I didn't try to block it out, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. What? Go on, you speak.
You okay with that?
You want to fag?
I was.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
I was told that I was getting rewarded for being a very good girl.
Yeah, and that is like, it's like a book,
That's
isn't it? That is exactly, really. Obviously, you can only go on your own unless you spoke to people about it. That is, unfortunately, it's like a handbook almost.
Yeah.
That is exactly how it is.
Mm.
You know, you are told that you're being rewarded.
I got to play this special game for being good.
Yeah, and you don't tell people, because it'll stop and things like that.
Or
and
they might be.
Or
they might be more good than me, and.
Yeah, it's our little secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and I suppose as a child you think it's exciting to have a secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think it's special. You think.
Yeah.
You've got to answer these questions. I'm literally putting myself as a child and being in that situation, because that's how I answer any question.
Yeah.
Whether you ask me what do I think about
Whatever
Mara Hindley, I would picture myself being Mara Hindley.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. And I think that's how you can only fairly answer if you've not been through it yourself.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely lose viewers for saying what I want to say, and I'm going to say it because I do shock people. I can't. It's like bullying. I can't understand what the grip is, what somebody has over somebody, if it's making you feel not good. I mean, I know it's manipulation. Yeah. I understand that, but how can I put it? I'm not close. I don't even know how to word it because it's such a sensitive topic. But it's like, okay, so the best way to describe it is, I'd rather help a dog than I would a child, because I believe children somewhere, if they're getting beaten at home, have got the chance to get themselves out of it, where a dog hasn't. It's as simple as that. What is it that keeps your mouth shut?
You think it's your own fault.
But if it's something you don't feel, if you know it, it doesn't matter, because I'm not
comfortable with.
If it's
then
not a nice experience, why do?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
like I said,
I'm not putting it on you, don't
you
you?
think you brought it on yourself,
Yeah.
and yeah, you're to blame yourself. And
Yeah.
if you tell, you might get worse.
Right, okay. If you explain
Who's
it
gonna
to me a
believe
little
you?
bit like that, I would more say then, my opinion now would be, because either way, even if you think it's your fault, you still feel that it's not right. So then you know to tell if something doesn't feel right, like, oh, my trousers are too tight, or my shoes are too. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something, it hurts, yeah?
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I could possibly say is the reason must be because maybe they believe that they're going to get into trouble for it as well. Because even if you blame yourself,
Yes.
it still doesn't make it right.
Or you'll be made out to be a liar.
Right, okay, yeah, that's what I'm, yeah, that's what
people
I'm
won't believe you.
Right,
You
okay.
think people won't believe you, and like
Right.
you just said, you might get in trouble for saying
Right,
something.
okay, yeah. Yeah, right. That's Mr. Speaker. They're rowing these two. Right, go on, darling. Is there any, what else? I mean, why do you think people wait so long and others find the strength to?
I would say, can I quickly interrupt?
Yeah.
If it's somebody like a family member.
Yeah.
There could be a fear involved that the other family members won't believe you.
like
Yes.
yeah.
Or, that this is normal, this is how you show your affection.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I
Both
suppose
true,
if it's
both
been
true.
happening from a young age, that goes back to when did it start? Then I would imagine, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because
How
I mean,
young you were when it started.
yeah, because if somebody thinks that that's how you show love, that must have been happening when your brain was a sponge, which then takes you to like 2, 3, even.
Yeah.
Old is 5.
Yeah.
For a long, long time, I thought it was normal, and I thought I was being rewarded.
Right.
Okay. And that obviously was manipulation from the perpetrator.
Going back to what you asked, Vicky, I didn't tell anyone because I also got bullied all the way through school. I never felt that I had anyone that I could trust enough
Yeah,
to tell.
of course, yeah.
Or comfortable with
Do
enough
you
to
think
tell.
if you had a close circle of friends, like your best friend, fucking Sally down the road with pigtails and country party every year, do you think you would have been able to maybe open up to that child?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I mean, I think it's only as I'm again it's only a stab in the dark, but it must only be from when you go to school and get older and start maybe going to other people's houses for tea or interacting and staying over, sleepover, that you must realise that it doesn't happen in other houses. Would anybody agree with that? I mean, maybe not your circle, because you said you were bullied, but I'm saying as general.
Something kind of clicked in my head. I started stopping at a friend of the family's. There were 2 of them, they were sisters, and their dad never went in their bedroom.
Yeah, so would you agree with that statement I've just made?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We closed the door when we get his pyjamas on. Just little things started making me
Hold on, this is not quite the way it should be.
That's how it.
But
It
even
doesn't
though
work like that at my house, kind of thing.
But even though I don't like to say, I can put, like I say, I'm on drugs, and why I'm here is because I want to take drugs.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's why why you're still taking drugs to this day.
No.
But I also do think that you've been abused all your abused all your life in one way or another, and I think the reason why is because that's kind of all you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying really bad. I'm not saying some worse than others. But what I'm trying to say is like a family member.
I've never been used to someone been nice to me without wanting something in return, kind of thing.
Right. Well, we'll get to your behaviour. We'll get to somebody's behaviour in a second. But like just pinpoints without going into everything and naming names. But like you did tell a family member when you reached like older teenager, and they tried to decided that not going to do nothing about it, and we'll take you to a nudist camp for a holiday. That's an abuse to me.
Yeah, that's totally inappropriate.
And that to me is in the same bracket as what had been happening. Just because there
without a
wasn't
doubt.
sexual,
Yeah, it's still,
it's equally as bad to me.
yeah, because it's a way of trying to manipulate a child or let a child on to believe that that type of behavior is normal. When you are an adult and that is your choice, then go for it. But you don't take a child to a place like that.
But it's like you can't. How can I put it? So, however long, how many years that is, because I can't add up. So she's finally got to, was it 16, 15? Okay, 16. So she finally got a little bit of a, what's the word?
A little bit
Confidence boost, a bit of guts, whatever
yeah.
you want, a bit of strength,
Yeah.
After 10 years.
Like 10 years, I can't add up, sorry.
Yeah.
To say to somebody. Now, the reaction to that should have been, right, do you want to go to the police? How do we deal with this? Get in the car, we're going to speak to you, to the other parent. Some people would just go out and bloody not 10 miles of shit out of them.
No.
It depends on what your opinion is, isn't it? It doesn't make don't mean you love your child more or less because you don't want to go out and beat them up. But some people, want to rectify things and try and make it not happen again to somebody, let's say.
Yeah, prevent.
Or you just think it's enough that they're going to go to, have the day in court. Is it enough? Either way,
Yeah.
we're talking, that's what 9 times out of 10, and tell me you guys think if I'm wrong, how a parent would normally react.
Yeah, definitely.
Take love out of the equation.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't love that person and somebody told you, you sat on the bus, let's say, and somebody opened up to me, I would say, I'll come to the police station with you. You need to go to the police.
Yeah.
I don't know that person. I have no feelings for that person.
It's probably down to the reaction I did get that I've never spoken
Yes, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
So you kind of say you come to this and you thought, like, this isn't normal. This shit isn't normal. What's been happening to me is not normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all you get shown then is let's pack us send us off to fucking nudist beach. So it kind of is fucking normal.
Yeah.
It's normal for children and adults to mix with no clothes on. That is all that's been shown.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what's been shown.
Yeah. 100%.
So then that goes on
That's the only
to
reaction I got.
yeah,
in my
from an adult. So one parent's kind of shutting their eyes to it, and I know it's happening, but I can't confront it with parent 1. Parent 2, I've took you to a nudist camp as a fucking holiday. Now, no wrong with being nudist, honestly, there isn't. But you wouldn't take your children there. You would have like an holiday in Skegger, and then I know if I was a nudist and my new partner were a nudist, I'd go on holiday to Skegger or wherever I could afford with my children.
Yeah, family holiday and then that.
And then I would go for a weekend, or however long I'm willing to leave my children with family members for a week. And I'd go. My children would know nothing about it.
Yes.
Children don't need to know about it.
Yeah. No.
At all.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
At
an
all.
adult thing. It's not for children.
Ow. Especially somebody, who's been through that. Oh, things like a joint. Oh my God. It's on my hip. Oh, guys, I'm getting fucking old. Oh, God. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do, totally.
How did you see that at the time when it happened? At
the time, I didn't really
think
think that much.
What did you think when you've gone to a nudist camp for an holiday, realistically?
Like I say, at the
that was the
time,
first time you'd been to one.
Yeah.
Was there any signs that parent 2 and new partner were into that?
Well, yeah, they used to. It was normal for them to walk around house and be naked.
Wow. Fucking hell. Right, okay. I think we'll get some shocking comments on this,
Yeah.
to be honest. So really, you've just gone from parent one to physical
Yeah.
abuse
Yeah.
to parent two, so
Emotional
it hasn't quite
type.
happened to get there yet,
Yeah.
basically. And I believe it would have escalated if he'd been there longer and younger.
I think so too.
Do you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's sad, isn't it, that you haven't got a safe parent left. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought I finally got free, and I still felt alone.
Well, I think this parent that we're talking about would potentially go on to do what parent one did, what you had done as a child.
Yeah.
No, that's what
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. That would have
But I mean, if
escalated.
anybody is going through this, there is people will believe you. I think they're more believed now with so much
Now
There's
becoming known.
hell of a lot more
famous people
support
as well.
with it.
Yeah. And not just that. I think that shows that you are believed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who, you know, from being how many 20, 30 years when Jimmy Savile, and most of the country believes him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe. Say if there's 1,000 people who's come forward, I don't believe he did everything to 1,000, because I do think a lot of it is about money.
Yeah.
Which we'll wrap up on that in a minute. But they're all are believed, rightly or wrongly. If they're lying or not, they
I've
are
only
believed.
told the tiniest amount of what happened to me, and I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. Do you
So-
think when you spoke to me, any part of you would thought that Victoria's not going to believe me,
It's like, yeah.
even the way I am with my opinion?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
For me personally, that's it. It's always, I've always thought
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No matter who I talk, even if I told a professional
Well, how many
person
people
that
have you
only
told?
deals
How
with
many
that,
people have you?
I told
Not
her,
the full story, just
yeah,
any of it.
an alcohol counsellor when I was 19.
So they must have obviously believed you, because obviously
Yeah.
the council. Yeah. I mean, people who didn't believe you. I mean, has anybody not believed you?
My mum
Yeah.
and the relative that took me to the news
Yeah.
camp. I was
Obviously,
in two minds if they didn't believe me or they just let
they
go
obviously.
over them.
Yeah, I get what. Yeah,
Yeah.
which you can't blame you
But
for that.
I've never spoken to anybody else.
Do
until-
you think then, as gonna have to close it up now, but what's your opinion with the compensation part? Like, should they be able to? Should people get compensation for something that's happened to them, like that? And why? Because I'm thinking like, just stopping it and not letting somebody else go through that, to me should be enough.
If there's any compensation, it should go to all these places that's helping people with it.
Yeah, not directly to yeah.
Not
Yeah,
direct
exactly,
to the
yeah.
victim.
Because I think you can't blame people both thinking and doubting, and I think it's the money that's on offer what makes people doubt.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's I can't remember which documentary or which star they were talking about, but this one person said, yeah, it happened to me. I don't want any money from it. Keep it. Because why would they want anything?
I wouldn't want it. It would be like you're getting a reward for it.
I mean, I would.
I wouldn't want.
Wouldn't. because I'm money grabbing. But I admit that though. I don't sit there and try and But I think if I'm thinking as though it's me, and my attitude, and because it's not happened to me, would I think different if it had happened to me?
If you
Probably, I would.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I say that. Do you think?
I do think you would have a different opinion if you'd experienced it.
I do and I don't. I think I would still take it.
I'm just on
But
certain
I'd give it to
things.
charity maybe.
Yeah.
But I would still I believe if anybody, I would, or maybe depending on the amount, maybe set a charity up with the money.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So something good,
yeah.
good to come out of it. Because I just think like, you know, like that mum says every time she watches telly, she sees that presenter, it makes her feel sick. Well, how come you don't feel sick when you're getting in your fucking Range Rover that you bought from your compensation from Jimmy Savile?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
same
Same
thing,
thing.
love, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
same thing.
Yes.
But I don't know. So, if anybody wants to open up or they want to ask Nicola's advice because she's been through it, just pop a reply to, like, you know, to the comments underneath, and I'll give you my email address and I'll pass your details on, or her details on to you. So say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh,
Cheers.
Miles does say bye, but he's obviously
Thank you for listening.